So without further ado, we will move on to the presentations from our guests, who I would like to thank once again. And then I have the honor of introducing Ms. Tapardel. So we're extremely happy to have her with us again. She is a former member of the European Parliament and of the Transport Committee. Today she is Communications Director and Vice President of European and International Affairs at Ariva.Digital. So this is a company that uses crypto and blockchain technology to help revolutionize the tourism industry. And Ms. Tapardel, our dear friend, as I said, it's a real pleasure to have you here, not in front of me in the room, but here by my side on this panel. So we're happy to have you here.
Efharistopoli, dear President, dear Chair, it's really a great pleasure to be today together with you. Next slide, please. It was my slide of presentation, but after the beautiful presentation that also Ms. President, Ms. Karima Deli made to me, I think it's no necessary to present myself. Next slide, please. But for the moment, I'm a global public speaker, an expert in travel and tourism, and I'm representing a company in quality of Chief Communication Officer and Vice President for International Affairs. The name of the company is Ariva Digital. It's a company that is creating a project that perfectly integrates the tourism and travel industry with the blockchain world of cryptocurrency. Sounds quite challenging, but I think that also it's time for Europe to go to the next level. I want, in my quality as former member of the European Parliament and also as a former chair of the European Tourism Intergroup, to be sincere and to tell you that really I have big emotions for being here today with you, with my former colleagues from the Parliament, with the representative of the European Commission, but also with many of the stakeholders that I worked so hard in the previous mandate. And we've done a great job together, but I think now with all the challenges that the tourism is facing, it's still a lot to do to develop our industry. So next slide, please. So I always fight for this, and I am still a big supporter of this idea. We have to keep Europe as the #1 destination of the world, also taking into consideration all the challenges that it's facing, started with the COVID situation, with COVID-19 situation that was a disaster for our industry. But good news are coming because according also to UNWTO statistics, it seems that tourism recovery gains momentum as restriction ease and confidence returns. And I think this is very important. And also we have 31 destinations in Europe that has had at this moment no COVID-related restriction in place. Next slide, please. Also, we have really good perspectives because the number of international arrivals in Europe are increasing a lot. In the first quarter, we have 4 times more visitors than last year. And in the first quarter of this year, we see that we are still at 43% from 2019 level. So we have to catch up and we have to make a lot of effort. Also, next slide. Also, we don't have to ignore the opportunity that we have, the fact that after the COVID pandemic and COVID crisis, there is a big will of the world citizens to travel and to have new travel experiences. But also, we can't ignore the political and economic environment that is a very challenging one. And of course, is affecting also tourism sector, not only in the intention of tourists to travel, but also regarding the prices, because we'll have, with the overall inflation, also higher transport and accommodation costs for the tourism sector. So, next slide. At this moment, it's very, very important to reconsider and to rethink our EU tourism strategies, and it's very important to have a more competitive, a more innovative, a more sustainable, and a more resilient EU tourism. And for this, I think also, because our subject today is the promotion of the destination Europe, we have to reconsider the way in which we are promoting Europe as an integrated destination. So I think it's very important for all of us, for the European institutions, for the member states, to keep up with the new trends and new traveler preferences, with the change consumer behavior, because it's really a change in the consumer behavior that is more demanding after the COVID crisis, needing accurate information, safety, efficient way of booking their travels, touristic services and products, trusted and higher standard for touristic services. And not least, we have to take into consideration and keep up with the evolution of the new technologies, which are demanding more ease, more seamless, less time consuming, and more attractive and unique travel experiences. Next slide, please. I think that also is very important, and I'm happy that the European Commission, I think you are a little bit in front with the presentation, but you can stay here. It's very important also that the European Commission is considering these elements and the challenging that the new technologies are bringing, and is taking into consideration this element in the new pathway for tourism. And we are very open to offer also our expertise in this direction. Yes, it's very important to take into consideration the private sector vision and solutions, and I think we need to have an innovative way of promoting Europe, taking into consideration the new digital, blockchain, and virtual reality technologies. Because we have to bring the promotion of Destination Europe in a future that is already near and here, and we can't ignore this reality. Now, next slide. The company that I represent already find some solutions to reach this objective, and we found an integrated way of promoting touristic destination products and services with a worldwide business-to-consumer travel and tourism network where members can meet with global and local tourism service providers like airline companies, hotels, museums, restaurants, other cultural and touristic objectives and events, in the light, of course, of previous experience and comments, make booking with cryptocurrencies and earn crypto money from their reservation and valuable content sharing. So, next slide. What can be more appealing for Europe as a destination, but also for the touristic destination, for the tourism and travel consumers, then a solution like this, to have a decentralized but still integrated way of promoting touristic destination products and services. And also another question at which we try to give an answer is how can Destination Europe can reach more easy this target of the world population, especially young people from 16 to 45 years old, coming from Americas or from Asia, and a target of population for which the digital and blockchain technology, the use of crypto wallets, and also the virtual reality becomes more and more familiar. So this is, let's say, the challenging that Ariva is proposing to the world and also to Europe in terms of promotion and supporting the tourism industry. So now I will go with the next slide and giving more details about the products developed and the concept that Ariva Digital is developing. So we have a platform, Ariva.World. I will start first putting you one question, and I let you to think about this. How many apps you have in your telephone for booking your holiday? Challenging question, no? Let's start to number. So this is the idea. Now, with Ariva.World portal, we bring all the application into one, eliminating the need to go from one application to another application so that you can book your trip. So by simply accessing Ariva.World portal or Ariva.World application from your telephone, you can book your holiday with one click. You can book, pay, and download your passes, being a flight ticket, being an entrance at a museum, being, I don't know, a ticket to go to a boat cruise. You get exclusive offers and prices, you get trip notification, and an element that is very, very important, you have multi-payment options. So gives you, as a consumer, the best travel deals and makes trip easier and quick and secure, and also very important, you have fewer fee payments. So also information that is very important mostly for the hotels all over the world is that very soon Ariva POS machines will be available in hotels in every country, so that it will give to the tourists the possibility to save the stress of having to convert their money in the currency of every country. So also it will be very important for our international travelers to not be anymore obliged to convert their currency in the EU currency. So it will be more easy using this multi-payment system and maybe paying with their crypto wallets. Also, next slide, we have Ariva Club, because when we think about promotion of Destination Europe, we have to take into consideration this element, that travelers need safe and accurate information for making their travel decision. And also for every person in this world, at this moment, it became a lifestyle to get their information from online and digital sources, and also to connect to the social media platforms. So that's why Ariva created a social media platform dedicated to tourism, and everybody can share their travel experience on this platform, and in the same time get rewards for sharing their travel experience and their travel information about destinations and all the services and products that exist. And also it offers to many people the possibility that are having the desire to travel to these places to be informed before arriving at the destination. And the last, which from my point of view really, next slide please, takes tourism at the next level, it's Ariva.Wonderland, our tourism experience in virtual reality. So at this moment you can travel as a tourist in the metaverse, in the virtual universe of Ariva.Wonderland, and you can travel in future, in present, in destination that you never been before. And of course that this creates new interest for travelers and attract audience for real life visits. And also it's also very challenging that you can claim ownership of land pieces in Ariva.Wonderland. You can personalize your avatars, assets, and anything else using in a secure way using NFTs. And the last slide. This element is also something that will bring the promotion, the branding, and the marketing campaigns entering in a new level. Of course, that with promoting our destination, we've been first on television and in newspapers and in magazine. After that, the promotion went to the online, to the web pages, to sites. And now the most challenging thing is that we can go with the promotion and the branding of our destination in the virtual reality. So imagine this, how it will be to promote the touristic destination of Europe and also the touristic products and services right in the metaverse, right in the virtual reality of Ariva.Wonderland in this case. And the last slide, because I really took a lot of time, I think that it's really the momentum to make tourism great again. And I think it's very important to use the next generation blockchain and virtual technologies to help Europe to still be the #1 destination of the world. So, and the last sentence, as I already said, we are also very willing to offer our expertise to the EU institutions and also to all the stakeholders, and to work together and to bring tourism to a new level. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. And Now I give the floor to the last speaker, Mrs. Tapardel, for 2 minutes. Thank you.
Thank you so much. As a former MEP, I really like the polemical discussions, and I think from this kind of polemical discussion, we can find the best solutions for supporting and developing our tourism industry, the European tourism industry. Because I have to tell you, and I was fighting for this, European tourism is lacking a lot of support. It's lacking a European strategy. We are still waiting to have a European strategy for supporting and developing European tourism, being a competitive one, an efficient one, an innovative one, and of course, we all want to have a sustainable tourism. It's lacking the financial support. We can't ignore that the tourism is not having the necessary financial support from the part of the European institutions, being from promotion to all the things that can make the tourism sustainable, efficient, and so on. Also, regarding the destination Europe, sorry to tell you, it's not surrealistic to speak about Ariva.Wonderland, and it's not really surrealistic to speak about the fact that Europe is really a wonderland with all the beautiful destinations that we have, with all the beautiful countries, with all the touristic objectives that we have. Living from France to Italy, to Spain, to Romania, my country, that is really a wonderland. And the purpose of us today is to speak how we can promote this amazing European wonderland to the third country. Because this is one of the most beautiful joy that the citizens of the world have, to travel and to live these new travel experiences. And I think that me, in quality of representing Ariva Digital, or my friends, the stakeholders from representing other associations and companies, are really trying to make effort for developing the tourism industry in the benefit of all of us, because also developing the tourism industry is creating new job places, it's adding value to our economy, to the European economy, and we can't ignore this. Also, Elena, you are right, and we need more connectivity, and I think we need a multimodal transport, and we are in the Tran and Tourism Committee, so we need the support of the Transport Committee to have a multimodal transport, and also I was working in the previous mandate at the directive for a platform to business. It was also a lot of reluctancy at that moment, you know, how it's working with these platforms that are offering services, touristic services to clients. And we find the perfect balance between the three elements: the companies, the platforms, and the clients, to be in the benefit of all the three elements. And I think this is the next step. We have to find a good legislation that will be in benefit of our European citizens, in the benefit of the companies, but also in benefit of new way of creating businesses. That's why I think it's difficult to accept that sometimes Europe, and mostly in terms of tourism, we are very much behind, you know, very much behind with the evolution of other sectors. And in terms of digital technologies and even blockchain technologies, we are very much behind. And we have to be there to not always have to make a huge effort and to speak that we are not capable to be at the line, you know, with all the other sectors and industries. And it is an opportunity for Europe and for the European citizens. Thank you so much.